Hey everybody, welcome back to my shop. Did a video last week on using a torch to bring out the purple in your Purple Heart. Since then I've been working with this a little bit, and I found a couple other things that really kind of help. And I want to take a few minutes and just do a second follow-up video and kind of talk with you guys about that. One of the things, and I don't know if you noticed this in my first video, was after I used a torch on the blank, I brought in some polishing compound, started polishing, and if you watch real closely on the rag, you'll see some tiny little pieces of wood coming off the blank. What that is just like when you wet a piece of wood, when you heat it, you raise the grain in the wood. As I raised that grain, my polishing compound was basically pulling it off on the rag. What I have found is that I can really smooth out the blank and bring out the purple if I just take a little bit of sandpaper, starting at about 240 and bring it up to 300, 400, then 600. I can take those high grains off, put a nice sheen, a nice soft sheen on the pen, and it really actually enhances the color just a little bit farther. So that's what I'd like to do today, is just sort of run back to the process and show you guys the difference that a little sanding can make. I've got my lathe spinning once again at about 500 RPMs. I've lit my torch, and I'm going to go ahead and run it along my blank and heat my blank up a little bit. You can see the purple starting to come in. Get down here by the bushing real good so I get a nice even color. Just taking my time and trying to keep it as even as possible. Okay, that blank looks pretty good. Now let's get this one. You got to watch down by the bushings and make sure that you get right in there, otherwise you'll still have a little bit of the pink color. Now that I've got the entire blank heat treated, I'm going to go ahead and get some sandpaper, and I'm going to start sanding the blank lightly just to kind of clean it up and take the darker areas. Not only is that where the grain is raised, but also it kind of chars the tips of the raised wood, so the sanding is going to take that down and really bring the purple color out. Got a little 240, and you can see what it's bringing off on the sandpaper. This will allow me to kind of even up the color as well. In an effort to keep this video short, I did not run through all the grits on camera, but I went through 600. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Triple E Ultra Shine and I'm going to start polishing my blank. You want to speed your lathe back up. I'm going to take mine up, I don't know, 1500 RPM, somewhere in that area. That way I can build up a little bit of heat as I polish. I'm applying a decent amount. I'm not trying to be skimpy with it. This product has an abrasive in it, and if you sand to 600 grit, it makes it look as if you sand it to 1200 grit. So it really does a nice job shining up the blanks. I've applied a decent amount. I'm working it in. I'm starting to get a lot of heat off of the blank. So I'm going to start cleaning it up now. Just want to roll your paper to a clean section frequently until you don't see any more material coming off of the blank. That's pretty good right there. I'm going to hit it one more time, and then I'm going to go to the second blank. Get another clean paper towel here, and let's polish up the second blank. See that wax on top? It starts melting into the blank. That's what I want. I'm building up friction and just letting that wax melt in and the abrasive do its job. Alright, now I'm going to start buffing it off. Once again, just continually rotate the towel until I get a nice clean, nothing comes off the blank. And what you can see there, that is a really beautiful color. That blank has a lot of purple. Next step is I'm going to bring out my Shello Wax and I'm going to put a coat of my Shello Wax on this to make it shine. It'll really make it pop. It's already relatively shiny, but the Shello Wax will really push it over the edge. Want to make sure you get the entire blank covered. And then I start applying pressure, and you're going to feel the heat on your fingers as it builds up in the blank. It gets pretty warm, but that's what you need to really get good adhesion with this product. And I'm just going to flip it over and buff a little bit. It doesn't take much with the Shello Wax. Alright, let's get the other blank. I normally like to apply 2 coats, so I'm going to go ahead and apply a second coat. And that is absolutely stunning. I'm going to get that off of here. I'm going to go ahead and press the pin kit together, and I'll give you guys a parting shot of what this pin looks like. Well guys, here's what the finished pin looks like. I'm a little disappointed. It's supposed to have a stylus tip on this end, and I just opened up my pack of styluses that just came in yesterday, and they didn't give me the inserts. So I guess I'm going to have to go back and call the company and order one of those, but that's kind of what it should look like on the back end.